Okay, everybody, this is Phonics 78, and as you can see, I'm using an old paper where we had trigraph DGE, which says J at the top, so I'm just using the bottom. Don't want to waste paper. So let's look at these words here in these two columns. Who can help me code these words? I hope y'all can. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the trigraph DGE. And one thing that we didn't go over is that when we code DGE, since it's saying the J sound, if you would code the G with a dot to remind you that it's saying J, and since that's the only sound that we hear, we mark out the D and the E. So that would just help you. So those are, I'm not going to count off if you just underline, but if we wanted to code it fully, that's what we would do to remind us that it's saying J. Now, normally with digraphs and trigraphs, all we do is underline it. So because this one has some extra coding, I'm not going to count off on that, but just so that you know why we're doing it this time. All right, so let's go ahead and pick out those trigraphs. That's the first thing we do. So DGE is going to say J, DGE is going to say J, DGE is going to say J. I ran out of trigraphs now. All right, let's look at this word and see the rest of it. We have a U and it's followed by a consonant, so it's going to say it's going to get a brief, so we have fudge, fudge. Okay, here we have the vowel is A in this word. It's followed by a consonant sound, which I should be pointing to the G because that's where the consonant sound is. So it's going to get a brief. It's going to say A. Here we have an E. It's followed by the consonant sound J. So it's going to get a brief. It's going to say W, edge. Okay, now let's look at these. We have a vowel consonant E, so that's a silent or a sneaky E. We're going to mark out the E, and we're going to put a macron on the A. And this G, which was followed by the E, means that it gets a dot for J. So instead of G, it's going to say J, K, age. Okay, this one we have a G followed by an E again. It's going to say J. And we have a vowel sound consonant E. Any vowel sound, even if it's a vowel digraph, it is still considered a vowel sound. So since this is a vowel digraph, we underline it. And since it has a consonant E, it's going to mark out the E. It's a silent E. And O can say like hook, oo like tooth, j, studge. That doesn't sound right. Stooge. That sounds right. Okay, down here we have another G followed by an E, so it's going to say J. And we have AR, which is combination AR. And we're going to mark out that E there, large. Okay, so now I want you to look at the first column here. Besides trigraph DGE, do you notice anything that they all have in common? They each have a short vowel. See that? The E, the A, and the U, they're all short sounds. They have a breathe. Okay, now let's look in the second column. Do you, besides the letters GE, do you see anything else that these words have in common? No, not really. One contains a long vowel, the A, one contains a vowel digraph, and one contains a combination. So when you spell the final sound J, because in all of these words, the ending sound, the final sound says J. So when you spell that final sound, you spell it with either the letters DGE or GE. This is because English words usually do not end with dotted letters, so they cannot end with the letter J. How do you think we're going to know to use DGE or GE? So look at the words in the first column again. They each contain a short vowel sound, don't they? So when a word has a short vowel sound followed by the J sound, we spell it with DGE. Okay, if it's anything else followed by the J sound, you'd spell it with GE. So we're going to add this rule to our wall in the classroom, and it says that the final J sound is spelled with the letters DGE when it's followed by a short vowel, like edge, badge, judge, and bridge, not followed by. When it follows a short vowel, when there's a short vowel in the word. The final J sound is spelled with the letters GE when it follows anything else. Okay. And we're going to add this to our spelling rules. So when we're reviewing our spelling rules and I'm calling out those words and those sounds and you're writing down everything that says that sound. For example, if I said a as in apple, you would write a with a breathe. Okay. Or if I said J, you would write J because of course J makes that sound. We've also now learned that G can make that sound when it's followed by I, E, or Y. And we've also found out that the final, this means final, the end of the word, the final part of the word can be DGE, comma, GE. So you would write all four of these. These are all four spelling options for the sound J. So when we do those spelling reviews, sorry, I've been recording a lot of videos. My tongue is getting twisted. When we do those spelling reviews, this is what you're going to write for the sound J. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else you need me to go over for your practice. It doesn't look like it. We're really just focusing on remembering that if there is a short vowel and that J sound is at the end of the word, it follows a short vowel, it's going to be DGE. So go slow and pay attention to what it says on the paper because they have that rule written on the paper also at the top. So pay attention to that. Anything else, it would be GE. Okay. So pay attention to that when you're working on your practice paper. All right. Hope y'all are having a good day and staying safe.